Lester, dry your tears, young man. I have returned. Did I miss you? Of course I did. Guys, did I miss you? Of course I did. The friends, the other friend, I'm back. Live and in person for another filming of Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. This time it's episode 38. Did I just return from a 4-day road trip with the girlfriend with highlights? Dare I say montage? Montage. Lester, roll it.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
The recognized symbol of excellence in
Dramatic comedy. Friends, welcome in. We're gonna get started right away because I have a almost 12-minute montage package of the 4-day road trip with the girlfriend that we have to get to, and it quite possibly could happen during the welcome. I think it might. I'm not too sure. Let's start with the hat, you guys. You guys know. It's Yamaha Palmerston Motors 343-2502. This is also a tight fit, so we're just gonna go like that. Oh, it looks good. Wall particulars, I can point now. Good coffee is always free. John Riddell, living legend. Kurt Cobain, you took over the world one time. Amcan Connection, the finger deteriorates at this point. Single greatest tag team walking the earth today. Higher up is the crown. You know what that means. I art the king. Lester, it's funny. Laugh. The pen is taped, so I don't play with it. Let's get started. The quote this week comes from episode 32, as I put it upon my shoulder. Read along at home. If I can keep the world safe, then I have done my job. Here being a 46-year-old man in an empty poker room yelling at you guys. We gotta put it up. Colin's back to denim. He purchased these on the 4-day road trip, and there's a good chance they are women's jeans. Oh, they're silver, but we think they're women's jeans because there's a bit of elasticity, as I just demonstrated. It's okay. Colin from Canada can wear women's jeans.
Real bad man.
Whoa, a minute something, 2-3 minutes into the episode. Do we already have the episode title? Colin from Canada can wear women's jeans. Now what happens if I just say Colin from Canada?
Real bad man.
Yeah, that's right. Colin from Canada is here, you guys. The hat's on, the quote is up. Extra large coffee, although I am shooting at 11:15 at night on a Wednesday, October 22nd. Okay? You know. At this point, I don't have to say anything, but I do have to be quiet for 2 moments, and this is one of them. You guys know what the second moment is where I have to be quiet. It's coming up imminently. How's that hat looking while we watch me pour? Do you guys agree that I'm wearing women's jeans? A lot of give around the hip area. So, I am led to believe by my girlfriend's reaction when I did that, which was laughter, that I am in fact wearing women's. Ceremonial first sip. I will continue the sentence that I didn't finish. I believe I'm wearing women's jeans. Okay. Like I said, it is good to be back, guys. It's good to see you, because I can see you. I can see you out there. You guys are watching. You guys are loving it. Who else is loving it? Lester. Lester is so happy that I am back. It was tears of joy and tears of gratitude, I think. Lester? Yes. Tears of gratitude and tears of joy. for I have made my return from the 4-day road trip. I apologize for not producing a brand new episode. However, you did get the best of the hard-hitting news, and when they're compiled together by my man Lester or on their own, they are hilarious. But you guys love the original content, so we're back. Lester, we're back. I am going to crowbar the vacation road trip footage during the deep cut deep dive, because doing the whole show in its usual length, as well as in addition to adding on a 12-minute montage of the 4-day road trip, could bring the length of this episode into the stratosphere. Do I mind that? I don't, but I try not to. You know what I'm saying. So, deep cut, deep dive. We're gonna dive into my 4-day road trip and the hilarity that ensued during those 12 minutes of montage greatness.
You can feel it. I can feel the power. Yes. Yeah.
Lester, let's get it started, and let's get it started right now. Or I'll point to there. I'm gonna point to there.
He is a dangerous individual.
Friends, this has absolutely nothing to do with the introduction to 5 VHS and 5 DVD from the collection, but I'm gonna go into it right now. John and I, living legend, we're at Costco. You guys know Costco. You know they have the rotisserie chickens in the bag. You know there's only one flavor. You know there's only one type of chicken. You know there's only one type of bag. But there is a woman looking, peering, wanting, needing, loving for 5 minutes at the chicken. And I got video footage. We're gonna go to that right now. Just mint. Just looking at the bags of chicken. See in the background there? Just grab one. Just grab one. You see her over there? Yeah, which one's good? Yeah, which one should I get? Colin from Canada. Guys, we're back. No shit. 5 minutes. Guys, it's time for 5 VHS and 5 DVD from the collection. Power Karate. Hunks with hats. Tai Chi for arthritis. Stretching to the classics. Friends, do I have 5 VHS from the collection to my right? Yes. I Come in Peace. Dolph Lundgren. Good Cop, Bad Alien, Big Trouble. Okay? This is from 1989, my friends. Okay? You guys remember Ski Patrol? From the creator of Police Academy. They're the patrol that's out of control. And for those of you who really know VHS, it's a promotional copy. It's not for sale or rent. It's otherwise known as a screening copy. Now, if you perhaps worked at a video store, they would send these out to you, and you got to see the movie in perfect quality, but there was, the scroll underneath. This is a screening copy, not for resale or not for sale. So if you enjoyed the movie, you could order the movie and rent it out at your video store, okay? And that's what the back looks like. It's more of a selling point. I might get into it. You guys might be interested. For those of you who don't know, you have the selling point, and it'll tell you who the producer was, who it was starring, what the box office gross was, how many screens it played on when it came out in 1990, the advertising behind the theatrical release, how long it was on pay-per-view, pay cable, and the POP, which I'm not entirely sure, but I believe that's what you get at your video store if you buy the movie. So you get the theatrical size poster and a counter display. Guys, was that interesting or boring as hell? I found it interesting. It's Ski Patrol, the screening copy. Guys, I've mentioned this young lady a couple of times here on the show, and I believe this is her 3rd appearance on the show. It's Pam Grier, guys, and it's Friday Foster from the Soul Cinema releases. I've already told you, if you see these on DVD or VHS, you have to obtain them Blaxploitation at its finest, also starring Yaphet Kotto. It's a bit of a description. I won't go into that one, but I will be reading these two. Again, much love to Pam Grier. Guys, do you like Kickboxer 5, The Redemption? Starring Mark Dacascos. I'm saying that right. Dacascos. When Matt Reeves' best friend is killed by a gang of thugs who are trying to rule the world of kickboxing, he ventures to Johannesburg to seek revenge against Negal. I'll say that again. He ventures to Johannesburg to seek revenge against Negal. Negal. The head of the organization Croft, one of Negal's former hitmen, influenced by Matt's sense of friendship and loyalty, helps Matt in his quest to take on the murderers. An unlikely pair, they learn to work together to achieve justice. Okay, so let me go back here. Matt Reeves, his best friend, is killed. So he goes to Johannesburg to seek revenge against Negal, the head of Croft, one of Negal's former hitmen, influenced by Matt's sense of friendship and loyalty. Okay, so Buddy, who used to work for Negal, who runs Croft, helps Matt take on Negal and take down Croft. See, I put that together nicely. Could you have put that together just based on my description? Perhaps you did. I needed to read it back to myself. Kickboxer 5. We're gonna finish with a unique one. I don't know if this needed to be put out on VHS, but guys, it's What a Blast. Demolition Artist. The ultimate demolition program. Witness the explosive action as dozens of massive structures crumble into tiny piles of dust and debris. Demolition Artist presents an unprecedented view of prominent professionals in the field of explosive demolition and explores the artistry of their most impressive blasts. Guys, it's an art form. I added that myself. See the world's record blast for the tallest concrete structure, the longest blast sequence, and the largest building. Okay, now I'm interested, guys. Take a look behind the scenes of this unique industry and gain insight into the approach and technique of each blaster. Watch an incredible variety of structures come crashing down in the most exciting collection of explosive demolition footage ever assembled. We're not done yet, guys. Perhaps I should have put these in reach, but I'm bringing them over here. It's now time for 5 DVDs from the collection. Solar Attack, starring Dude, okay. I did not do this on purpose. This is absolutely unbelievable. Lester, this is for real. Mark Dacascos. Guys, for real, I didn't do this on purpose. I take 5 from a pile of 1,000, and then I walk over to a wall, because most of my DVDs are in dollar store bags. I can only reach half of the wall, and I pulled this bad boy out. I've never even heard of Mark Dacascos until right now, and I picked out 2 of his movies randomly. Although I am taken aback, as is Lester, I have to push forward. Guys, the segment is long enough. I can't dwell on Mark Dacascos. Dacascos. However you say the guy's name. It's Solar Attack, star of Kickboxer 5, Mark Dacascos, Joanne Kelly, and the real star of the program, Lou Gossett Jr., okay? That is really unbelievable because, as you can imagine, I'm assuming Mark Dacascos did not have a 30-film career. Stay on track, Colin. Lester, I'm staying on track. I'm done. Headless Eyes. Full Moon's Grindhouse collection, Headless Eyes. This is from '86, and it's a full screen, not a widescreen. As most of these, pardon me, the caffeine, we're getting there. Not there yet. As most of these VHS that were turned into DVDs, most of them are full screen, not widescreen. Clock and Green. The prize, $5 million. 2 women who know what they want and how to get it. They'll risk everything on one big score, their friendship, even their lives. Growing up together in New York City, Mickey and Sonia survived on small-time scams until the day Mickey plots to take an international bank for $5 million. This big-time score attempts a big-time double cross that goes down hard when Sonia gives Mickey up to the cops, snags the money, and runs. Ooh, a double cross. But just when Sonia thinks she's home free, Mickey shows up to settle the score. As these friend-turned-enemies come face-to-face, the action turns wild, and Mickey finds that revenge can be oh so sweet. Guys, let me give you a tip. If you're collecting the DVDs or you're collecting the VHS and you're looking for bad movies, when the photos of the film resemble the worst camera photo taking, you know the film is going to be great. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, and I think you can establish what I'm talking about based on those 4 photos. Pushing forward, talked about it a few weeks back. I can't remember exactly how many. Meatballs 4, starring my man, your man, the man, Corey Feldman. This is number 4 in the series. I believe they went to 5. In the edit, you're going to see something over here telling you how many they actually made. Guys, do you like Black Scorpion? Well, this is Black Scorpion 2, starring Joan Severance. A force for justice in a city gone bad, a rebel against the forces of corruption, a brooding heroine for a jaded era. The Black Scorpion's sting is lethal. Just when she thought she had put the City of Angels' most dangerous criminals to rest, Darcy Walker, aka Black Scorpion, must face her greatest adversaries yet. Gangster Prankster, a seriously twisted Joker, has teamed up with Aftershock, one word, the sexy Seismic Terror, and together they want to reduce the City of Angels to rubble. Can our vigilante heroine stop them before she's apprehended herself by a misguided police force? You're just gonna have to find out. Don't slouch, because that was 5 VHS and 5 DVDs from the collection. I went a little long, but the fact that I grabbed those 2 movies with the same actor I had never heard of is almost, the odds are just in the millions, perhaps not the millions.
He could be busted wide open.
Lester, early on in the show, first apologies are upon us. I apologize to you, Lester. Most importantly, to the friends. If you look carefully, that's a belch, we're gonna recognize it. As you know, after I do the 5 and 5 from the collection, they are displayed behind me. And upon doing that, I realized that something was missing. Guys, why didn't you tell me? Lester, most importantly, hello, why didn't you tell me? It's there now, folks. The Honorary Academy Award for all-around greatness from the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences. Please recognize, it's there now. Pushing forward, this is Time Enough at Last. That's an episode title for The Twilight Zone. It's time for Cheryl, Lester's wife, and I want you to just pay close attention and listen to what she says. And if you rewind it to watch it again, I think you might want to, in case you missed it the first time. Yes, she just said what she said. Guys, it's time for Cheryl. I apologize for the Academy Award when it wasn't announced during the Wall Particulars.
You have no idea who knows me. I'm not the rancher. I got marbles here. I have 2 boobs, not 6. Do you know you have scratchy toilet paper? Jeff, I'm not gonna attack you, because you know you've lost a baby. But you owe Stephanie Hupp some money. When you address me from now on, it's Mrs. Hellcat. You got that?
Friends, other than the deep cut deep dive this week, where of course we go to the 12-minute montage highlighting all the highlights and lowlights, no lowlights, of the 4-day road trip with the girlfriend, which will be coming later, this segment coming up now, approaching, I'm gonna do it right now, it's next, is my most favorite and the one I am looking forward to the most. It is, of course, the thrift store pickups, where we really go through the 4-day road trip pickups that I picked up when I was on the 4-day road trip. That made sense before it came out of my mouth. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit? John Dote Hit. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit? John DeHurt. Friends, I bet while the theme for this segment was rolling, you were probably asking yourselves, I wonder how many chairs Colin has this week. It's a 3-chair pickup, and we need to get into it immediately. We're going to start with the VHS. Janine Rabbit, belly dancing for fun and fitness. Vitamix cookbook video with Kay Wainwright and Rosa A. Ride. It's a husband and wife duo. See why the Vitamix is the most versatile appliance. A complete Vitamix demonstration and cooking class. Are you asking how long does this go for? I'm trying to tell you. There's nothing. Hopefully 2 to 3 hours. The longer, the better. We've focused on her before. It's Diane Horner's Country Line Dancing, but I believe that I do not own this one based on the brown. I don't remember the brown. I think I have volume 2, perhaps volume 3. I don't know, but this is approximately 35 minutes of country line dancing, and I don't think I own it. Again, I've been slacking on adding to the master list. Based on all the thrift store pickups I've done for the show, not many have gone on the master list, and they should, because I think I already have Richard Simmons Sweating to the Oldies 3. And I should have checked that before I bought it. But I know I have this, but my copy is a little mangled, and this is in fantabulous shape. It's the all-new Dazzling Dunks and Basketball Bloopers. For those playing along at home, this is number 2 in the series. There is a Dazzling Dunks and Basketball Bloopers without all new, where it has more highlights of the earlier slam dunk contests. This has the slam dunk contest, but not the earlier. You guys know what I'm saying. And for those of you who will be watching and loving the montage of my 4-day road trip, this is the quintessential starting point of the montage, which you will see in the deep dive. The best police training film ever made, Surviving Edged Weapons. Okay, guys? How to defeat today's fastest growing threat. Intended for law enforcement only, but we can watch as well. And this guy goes for 85 minutes. I would read the back, but there's a lot of stuff I got to get to, guys. So let's push forward. The last VHS, it's a Coliseum video release. And for those of you who know VHS and who know wrestling and who collect both, you know that you're never going to find Best of the WWF Volume 2 in Value Village, savers for you guys in America, for $2. Okay? It's just not happening. Yes, I own it, but when you see this in the thrift store, you guys know. I know you know that I know that you know that I know what I'm talking about. Let me just... Guys, it's Best of the WWF Volume 5. In the clamshell, not massacred. Okay, this is a little loose, but that's okay. We can glue that back on for $2. Fine pickup, you guys, okay? Didn't do the Blu-rays yet. Final Destination 5. The Muppet Christmas Carol. Willow. And although I don't own one yet, we've already covered that, it's Construction Simulator for the PS5. Moving along, should we do the DVDs? Yes, because, oh, watch out. Again, the chair is somewhat out of reach, but we're reaching, guys. The Client List Season 2, about 5 or 6 episodes back, you know that I obtained the Client List Season 1, and Jennifer Love Hewitt, no more needs to be said. Treasure Island Kids number 3, Mystery of Treasure Island. I have the first 2, haven't watched those, so I have to get part 3, and I won't watch that either. Not yet, at least, okay, you guys? Cyber Sunday, as you know, I collect wrestling. I'm not a fan of the newer product. I haven't watched in years, but if you collect the VHS and then you started collecting the DVDs, you have to keep going. And I don't think I have that one. Guys, do you remember Sliders with Jerry O'Connell? Great sci-fi series. I have seasons 1 and 2. This is the 3rd and 4th season. We picked up that. Also, Xena Warrior Princess, seasons 1, 2, and 3. $2.50 each. No discs missing. Do you like Sean Astin, Bruce Campbell, and Stacy Keach? Well, then you're gonna love Icebreaker. Okay? Also, the Star Wars trilogy on DVD. Colin, why'd you buy it? Well, if I show you these, those of you who know will know. Those of you who don't, I will explain. This is the limited edition release of the original 3 episodes, and it's the only release where you can have the original film and not the George Lucas I Can't Stop Playing with Star Wars edition. You know what I'm talking about. So if you learn here on the show, if you're seeing this cover in the thrift store and both discs are in fact inside, you are getting the original film and the I Can't Stop Playing with the Film George Lucas edition. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's do the CDs now. Again, I should have grabbed everything off this chair, but I didn't. Time Life, the late 70s. You guys know I'm a sucker for these, and I really got to put them in the list so I don't keep buying them on top of each other. Tom Waits' Bone Machine. Funny enough, oh, my ear. Guys, you don't really see certain bands at the thrift store, so it's always nice when you do. The New York Dolls, Paris La Trash, and I should have had the other ones ready from that particular thrift store. The Ramones' Too Tough to Die special edition re-release. New York Dolls, 'Cause I Says So. The Ramones' Subterranean Jungle. Joey Ramone, Christmas Spirit. The Ramones' It's Alive. Some more New York Dolls. One Day It Will Please Us to Remember Even This. Joey Ramone, the solo record he put out before he died, has a wonderful cover of What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. Okay, those are the ones you never see in the thrift store. The Ramones and the New York Dolls you never see in the thrift store, but here's some you maybe do. The Essential Janis Joplin, The Essential Dave Brubeck, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, the 20th century, collection greatest hits. Aerosmith, Get a Grip. Neil Young, Comes a Time. Stevie Wonder, Talking Book. Jane's Addiction, Kettle Whistle. Disco Construction. Had never heard of this or whatever, but it's a compilation of rare disco tracks. Looked it up on YouTube, took a listen, and said please and thank you. Dave Brubeck, Jerry Mulligan, Paul Desmond, Alan Dawson, Jack Six, we're all together again for the first time. The Best of Chess, Rhythm and Blues, Volume 1 and 2. Serena Ryder, we talked about her way back in the day. This is another album from her. If one album is good, we'll try another one. Circuit I can speak English. Circuit Sessions 00.2. Look at them being real smart with their album titles, okay? Able, Explosive Underground Rhythms Continuously Mix. So again, the electronica. Blue, So Funky. These are old rhythm tracks from way back in the day on the Blue Note label. Excuse me, that's that done. We gotta go. Here we go. Books, we're at the 9-minute mark. Greasy Mad Stuff. Dennis the Menace, Perpetual Motion. Kung Fu, you guys remember David Carradine's show. That's a book from the thing. Don Martin, The Mad Adventures of Captain Klutz. Poet Cop. This is just a book of poetry by a Canadian poet from way, way back in the day. Late 60s, I believe. Guys, do you like Calvin and Hobbes? And you can pick up the whole collection with a retail mark of $100 in Canada, and you only got it for 15 bucks. Can you hear the weight of that? A lot of stuff coming in, guys. Simpsons Comics, Dollars to Donuts, as well as Simpsons Comics Unchained. Girlfriend and I ran into an antique mall while we were doing the thrift stores, and we got Inside Wrestling, September 1973. Guys, if you see these, this is really the only thing I'm looking for in a thrift store, and I will never encounter it. Wrestling magazines from the 70s. So when you encounter them in an antique mall, you don't like to go higher than $10. This one was $8, so Also, the Sports Review Souvenir Issue Wrestling Special TV Stars issue from 1973 January, that was $9. So I will pay a couple of bucks for 70s wrestling magazines as long as we're not going over $10. If there is a lot of them, perhaps the guy will sell them to me for one amount. There was only 2 at this particular stall. Guys, I'm not going to go through all of these, but these are 2010 to 2009 to 12 of WWF magazines. Again, I don't watch the current product, but I do collect WWF magazine, and you know, you gotta keep going with the collection. I know we're going long, but let's do the games real quick. Trust me, I'm a psychic. I'm running out of room. These are decks of cards, but the cards are dominoes, so that's kind of cool. Go for broke. I am really running out of room. Double cross, a game of strategy and deception. If you can hear the marbles. Guys, it's a marble game. Twix T. This is the bookshelf games. You know what I'm saying? Watch out, that's another strategy game. Extra innings. I love baseball or golf board games. We'll always pick them up. Inner Circle from Milton Bradley. And some real cool ones to finish it off, guys. 5 computer games in one. I'm going to open this. This is from, I don't know, I think I did look it up, but I forgot the year. 74. This is your, oh, you can smell it in here, bud. The electronic games. I don't know if it's all here, but it was very cheap. And you take a gamble, okay? I didn't have internet reception while I was buying this. I was really up north. Also, this one too, we're gonna finish with this one, guys, and let's put it up here. This is accessories for the game of Private Eye. Now, I don't have the board, but if I did have the board, these are the things that will help you play the game. Guys, I looked it up and I couldn't find anything on it, but I thought there was a year on this. It's manufactured in Canada. I'm winding it down, guys. I can see how long we've been. Guys, there's a website called BoardGameGeek.com, and it's the be-all and end-all website for board game collectors. And the game Private Eye is not even on that website, which is staggering. So I purchased this. Is it worth something? I have no clue. I can't find anything on it. Did they just sell the accessories and didn't make the game? I don't know. They probably made the game, and it's probably just in Canada. That's why BoardGameGeek.com doesn't know about it. Guys, I'm shutting it because this went way too long. But this is what we accumulated to add to the collection of good junk. Guys, it's good junk. Guys, it's thrift store pickups.
Terry Funk's patented sleeper hold right in the center of the ring.
Friends, the length of the clip is irrelevant. It's the content that makes an impression on you, on me, him as well. It doesn't have to be long, guys. That's what she said. Guys, it's time for a hard-hitting news.
Done something that is very good.
He was murdered.
But now he's dead.
Reach out to the man who died.
To the man.
Your mama, she's for free and everybody knows it.
It's been around a long time, and as a result, it does take quite a long time to make change, even with the best will in the world.
Friends, as of this very moment, which is 1:05 in the morning on a early Thursday, October 23rd, I am introducing that man down there, my father, my daddy, John Riddell, living legend. What's the clip? I have no idea. Lester, do you know?
How much is in butter? How much is in butter? How much is in butter?
Friends, Colin from Canada here. We're back at the Home Depot. You know about the $150 burning a hole in John Riddell's pocket. We've had a bit of a light fixture problem at the Riddell estate. The plastic covering for the fluorescent tube lights, we're looking for a replacement. Come along and see if we can find it. Friends, there's a good chance we've already been down this aisle, but we're going down again to double back and take another gander. If this isn't gripping, I don't know what is, folks. You can, what's that, Johnny?
We'll have to get a staff member.
We'll have to get a staff member. Okay, we're gonna cut for now. We'll fast forward to when we actually find it. Friends, the quest continues. Colin from Canada is looking for a staff member while Johnny stays in the aisle that he's in. We don't want to lose him looking for a staff member. Guys, you can cut the tension with a knife. Friends, Colin from Canada. I've lost Johnny and I have not found a staff member. What will we find first, a staff member or Johnny? Oh, we found Johnny. Hey, Dad. I still haven't found a staff member, have you?
Okay, no, let's find the lady
there she is. Friends, we've found a staff member and she is as lost as Johnny and I are. She's gone off to do something and perhaps come back with the thing we're looking for. But if we look up here, I can show you what we're looking for. Let's get a shot up there. You know those things, right? You know what I'm saying. That's what we're looking for. Nothing yet. Friends, Colin from Canada, Home Depot, epic failure. They're discontinued at the Home Depot. Johnny's in the back. We're at Canadian Tire, the arch rival of Home Depot. We're making our way to the lighting, and I am clear miles ahead of him. We gotta wait for him to catch up. He's still pretty speedy with that cart. The steering is atrocious, but he's got the speed still. All right, let's see if we can find it here, folks. Friends, Colin from Canada, we've ventured into both lighting aisles and it's not looking good. I'd like to keep you posted, folks. Friends, Colin from Canada, Canadian Tire doesn't sell them either, and I've lost John again. There he is. We found him. Ladies and gentlemen, after returning from the 4-day road trip, you would think that Colin would be taking photos left, right, and center. But as you know, friends, the camera is a pile of dung unless you're using the other side of the phone and you don't want to take photos like this. So the girlfriend takes photos and they're amazing photos, but there's no real comedy. What type of comedy, Colin from Canada? Who's Colin from Canada?
Real bad man.
I'm Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
There's not much dramatic comedy in the photos that my girlfriend takes. They're more scenery. Nothing wrong with that. We can include those here, but I have some photos already. I don't know where I'm going with this. The caffeine is really turning the wheels in my mind, okay? So Lester, and I've had some Chinese food. And again, and we know what happens when Colin eats a lot of food. Don't make me go back to the burger and poutine. No, fight it. Throw it up. Fight it. Guys, it's time for Let's Go Through My Camera Roll, and this is the most squirrely introduction ever. Dry cleaning movies, mushrooms on toast. Just a couple of horses' asses. Electric pressure cooker, urinating, passion fruit chest cake, Charles Barkley. Let's get to it, friends and family. You're my family. You're also my friends. Whose friends are you?
Real bad man.
Photo number 1. Seen this vehicle driving around the Mississauga area, but never really took a photo of it. Perhaps I should have gotten closer. There's me posing with it, and then we're gonna see the bit of a zoom in. This guy really likes to decorate his car and drive around legally around Mississauga. I don't know. But I really should have got closer because I don't think these pictures do it justice. I assure you that car is real. Okay. Photo number 2. During the 4-day road trip adventure with the girlfriend, I nailed the parking on this particular parking spot, and I needed the girlfriend to take a photo to let you know the perfection that lives in these hands when I am parking the Toyota Corolla in a parking space. Can we admire briefly? Okay. Photo number 3 at one of the many thrift stores that we stopped at during the 4-day trek. This is, of course, the jerky maker, which includes the jerky gun and drying rack. Didn't purchase it as it was $25, but I wouldn't mind making my own jerky. Perhaps I should have purchased. Regrets, we all have them. Photo number 4. You guys may remember this from the New 80s Revolution, my tag team partner, the Niagara Falls Comic Con, where Queen Mother of Canada gifted Jason the Pest Reject electronic sensor that rejects rats and mice from the area that you have it plugged into. Okay? It's a great product. We have it at the Riddell estate, both in the basement and the garage, or garage. But you don't want to see this as the first thing you see hanging on the wall, plugged in the motel room you've just rented. You'll see it in the Deep Cut Deep Dive. Guys, it's coming. Wait. Finally, we have to throw it up. Hold on. Okay, as promised, I told you about him. You've been waiting. I might not have driving with Colin footage this week, but I do have the gentleman parking behind the pharmacy beside the McDonald's up from my work. And let's go to the first photo of 3, photo number 5, part 1. This is October 10th. Here we go. He's veering a little to the left, okay? The following day, October 11th, kaboom, veering a little to the right. Then 6 days later, part 3 of photo number 5, he's kind of riding the line. Still, I can park wherever I want. That's the vibe I'm getting. And I will show him to you as long as he keeps doing this. Because it's a great bit in my mind. What else is a great bit? Let's go through my camera roll. We just did.
Funk turned loose. I can't believe it.
Friends, you know him, you love him. Lester is forced to love him as he is Lester's brother-in-law. His name is Ray. You guys know. First-time viewers, Raymond is my producer Lester's brother-in-law, and he's quoting the Constitution. He's bringing up the Constitution to those he feels are beneath the Constitution. And he has also communicated with the Federal Attorney General. He's talked to him. Well, maybe not talked to him. He's maybe communicated with him in a form of communication he's touched on before. I think you'll get what I'm meaning in a moment. Guys, it's time for Ray.
Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city.
Raymond, please.
Federal Attorney General, Mr. Johnson told me.
You talked to the Federal Attorney General?
That's what the letter told me.
Oh, I thought you said he told you.
No, well, in the letter.
Oh, okay.
Friends, you've made it to the point in the show that I know you all are waiting for / anticipating, as am I, because I do enjoy viewing the work of my man Lester and the production values, the editing values that he has put forth in any type of montage appearing on this program. What program is that? Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. What was that at the start? Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
I do love watching anything Lester puts together over and over again. Perhaps you will as well. It's highlights from the 4-day road trip with the girlfriend. Without further ado, Lester, please and thank you. Lester didn't know what clips to take from the Deep Cut Deep Dive, so instead, Colin from Canada is singing over this bumper. I assure you, this is real. Friends, Colin from Canada here. I didn't pick the sun's right in my kisser. The girlfriend and I have started the road trip. We're just at the second thrift store, but if the first thrift store is any indication of how well this trip is going to go, I think this describes it all. Surviving edged weapons. Colin from Canada. Friends, Colin from Canada. At the first hotel on the road trip. It's time for breakfast. Let's see what we got. Bagels and bread. Butter. Look at the camera work. And mayo. Jams. Ketchup. Look at that. She's laughing in the background at my camera work. That's peanut butter. Maybe I'll bring it back a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. The toaster. We have the cereals. 2 scoops of raisins and a package of Kellogg's Raisin Bran. The Rice Krispies. This is build your own oatmeal bowl. So that's getting no love. Plates, spoons, forks, scrambled eggs, home fries, and sausages. Make your own waffle, hey-o. Cream and milk for the coffee. Juices that are getting a reflective coffee. And of course the garbage and dirty dishes. Who's dressed for breakfast? Colin from Canada is. Friends, Colin from Canada here. I have a hoodie on. I don't think you've ever seen that. This 3-day trip is not all about thrift stores. It's about sights and sounds as well. And here we are in Kincardine, Ontario. And there's some water. And then over there, behind all this lovely shrubbery, is a lighthouse. We're going to get to that in mere moments. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Girlfriend on the beach, on the sand. I only have 1 pair of shoes on this trip. I can't get sand in the chucks. On the bench here, we have some, let me get the name right, solar shields. One of the lenses had popped out and was on the bench, but you know what they call me around town. What's that? Mr. Fix-It, okay?
Real bad man.
So I fixed them, and now I have my own pair of solar shield sunglasses. Friends, Colin from Canada here. I'm now on the North Pier, and in the background is the lighthouse. We're gonna get a closer look at that, but I just wanted to let you know that right now we're on the North Pier. North Pier. Friends, Colin from Canada here. You can see my forehead and a little bit of the solar shield sunglasses. Lighthouse is in the background. Bit of a repair job going on at the top there. Just a brief story about the solar shield sunglasses. Girlfriend didn't want me to grab them, although they were broken and left for dead, and I fixed them. She believed that perhaps an elderly woman had broken them, left them behind because she didn't know how to repair them, and then perhaps someone with a double chin could come over and fix them for her and then return them to her. I don't know who she is, so I'm just gonna keep them. Again, that's the lighthouse. Friends, Colin from Canada. I'm using the front of my phone so I can't see what I'm filming, but just outside the lighthouse, blood. And my girlfriend's shoe. Blood. Friends, Colin from Canada, still in Kincardine, Ontario. We're at the Beefway. Okay, I'm wearing an undershirt. I've taken off the hoodie. It's a little nipply. We'll go with that joke again. Are we gonna throw up the girl from Christmas Vacation? Goddamn right we are. Guys, it's the Beefway. If you're ever in Kincardine, Ontario, come over and check out the Beefway. Assorted meats. Friends, Colin from Canada here. We are outside Owen Sound in Ontario. And when you're a YouTube personality, you gotta do the proverbial close down Blockbuster. Remember Blockbuster? Friends, Colin from Canada here. Solar shield sunglasses still on. Behind me, this fine monument is of Wyerton Willie. He is the groundhog that prognosticates, what is it again, honey? If there's gonna be another something to something? 6 weeks of what? Something, we don't know. But you guys have Punxsutawney Phil, we have Wyerton Willie. And we are in Wyerton, Ontario. He used to do something. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Behind me you will see, let's get the finger going. Oh, it's this all over again. There it is. Nailed it. Sort of. What are these called again? Solar Shield. Come on, Colin. You've already fallen in love with them. You need to know what they're called. Solar Shield sunglasses, still on the kisser. Behind me is a lighthouse. And not just any lighthouse. The Lion's Head Lighthouse in Lion's Head, Ontario. So, can you handle that? Maybe you can handle the view. Ooh. Sun in the kisser. But luckily, I have the Solar Shield. Lion's Head Lighthouse. Friends, Colin from Canada here. I bet you're noticing a pattern. That's right. Solar Shield sunglasses for the entire duration of the trip and perhaps any video I decide to make. Haven't really been making videos outside the thrift stores because we've been to probably... How many do you think we've been to, honey? 15? Bro, low count. At least 30. Hold on, Joe's calling. Okay, we're back. Yeah, this is a lighthouse. It's the, what is it again? Big Tub. The Big Tub Lighthouse in Tobermory, Ontario. We're northwest Ontario, is that correct? Northwest? Not a lot going on up here, guys. Lake Huron. Should I do a turnaround? The sun is in my eyes. We're doing that again. Luckily, Solar Shield sunglasses, honey. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Still at the lighthouse thing here. That's the Blue Heron Cruise Line. Are they waving at me? Because I'm waving at them. Not one person, guys. Not one person. I'm not stopping until one person waves, guys. Did one person wave? All right. Nobody waved. Maybe somebody waved. Nailed it. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Not wearing the Solar Shield sunglasses, but nor am I getting gas. But we had to stop and let you know about Hoppy's gas bar. Friends, Colin from Canada, still at Hoppy's gas bar. Went in to see if Hoppy was around, but there was a larger Middle Eastern man behind the counter who had no interest in letting me know about Hoppy. I don't think Hoppy's alive anymore. Rest in peace, Hoppy. Friends, Colin from Canada here. We are currently in the Fathom 5 Marine Park. Nope, nailed it. Try it again. The Fathom 5 National Marine Park. Nice beaver. Naked Gun? Yeah, you guys know.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
Friends, Colin from Canada. We are at the Fathom 5 National Marine Park. Nailed it. And we are on top of the lookout tower. I can't tell you how many feet up we are. And we're gonna walk this way and let you see. Yes, we're gonna, oh yeah, there we go. Does that do it justice? I don't know. But you know what's protecting me from the sun? Solar Shield sunglasses. Guys, we're still in Tobermory. This thing is kind of shaking. I'm a little weary. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Still sporting the Solar Shield sunglasses. I'll get it right on one of these takes. Behind me, you will see the grotto of the Bruce Peninsula National Park. Is my camera work doing it justice? I don't know, because there's a glare from the sun. And although I'm wearing these Solar Shield sunglasses, it's still a mighty glare. Again, Bruce Peninsula National Park, the grottos. Friends, Colin from Canada here, getting a better shot of the grotto. Protected. Solar Shield. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Last night of the 3-day road trip, Wyerton, Ontario, just outside Georgian Bluffs. They're literally a minute between each other. Currently outside in the dark. Could you tell? What are they called again, honey? The sunglasses? Solar Solar shields not necessary, although I am wearing them. We're out here in the dark looking at the stars, and we're turning the camera. Can you see them? Because we can. Colin from Canada. You can't, oh, you can tell. I'm giving the thumbs up. Friends, Colin from Canada here. Bit of a downpour on our departure day, but wanted to let you see where we've been staying for the past 2 nights here in Georgian Bluffs, Ontario. This is the Shenstone Motel Motorway Inn and Restaurant. Bit of a mouthful. Let's go take a look inside the room, shall we? Let's get my key out. Yeah, I should have planned this ahead. Look at that. Ready for the, here we go. This is the top-notch security, and we're in. Okay, let's take a gander at the room here. Just a beautiful little room here, but let's just pay close attention up here. Friends of the New 80s Revolution will know what this is, because Lynn Riddell, Queen Mother of Canada, gifted this to Jason. It's a pest reject. This lets mice and rats know that we don't want you here. Now, great item. It does work. I will stand behind it. But when you walk into your motel or hotel room, not really the thing you want to see on the wall. Shenstone Motel, Motorway Inn and Restaurant.
Bump down for the cover. 1, 2.
Friends, I don't know why I did that. When it comes to fiddling with the hat, no one's better than me. No, not that. Pushing forward. Guys, when it comes to game shows, sometimes it's not all fun and games, okay? Sometimes real drama can creep in. I was gonna say can rear its ugly head, so we'll do both. Drama plays a part in some game shows when greed is a part of the game. And what better way to explore the fundamentals? What better way to explore the wonderful world of greed than in the stunning game show entitled Deal or No Deal? And it's not Howie Mandel, Don't Touch Me Because You Have Cooties. It's the UK version starring whoever the hell that guy is. You're gonna see in a moment. You either go big or you go home. Sometimes you go big and you go home by going big, meaning you win a lot. This guy didn't win a lot. Have I ruined the clip? Hell no. There's a great reaction. Lester, I didn't ruin it.
When things aren't going my way,
I'm thinking pasta.
2,500.
Here's the VHS collection.
Your Construction Safety Association.
Obviously, we want to get him the money. We also want to keep him out of the Hall of Fame. No one has ever declined £35,000. He had that opportunity involving the eggs and then gone away with 1p. Nobody has ever done that. We have to have an all blue round. Please give us the first component.
Come on, Manny. I'm going to find you 1p, mate. I swear.
That's it. It's over.
So sorry, darling. So sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, here's what you've brought to the table because you took the swap. You hoped this was going to be a lucky box. Actually, it contains 1p.
Friends, as we know, the Survivor pool is in the toilet. We don't have to mention it anymore. You've already forgot about it. My team, Gorilla Monsoon's Pants, is no longer in existence. Only in your heart and mine. Nothing else to say. This is the Gorilla Monsoon quote of the week.
Did you see that?
Couldn't see it from our vantage point.
Will you stop? All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
The excellence of execution.
looking to be a press slam coming up.
Friends, hello. For far too long, one team has stood atop the Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk Show and Tell weekly poll. Do they still stand atop that mountain? You're going to have to stay tuned to find out. That means you should really stay tuned because, well, I'm not going to say it, but you know. Delta Force Pizza. Delta Force Pizza. Okay. Friends, I've got the milk crate filled with bootleg Indian movies as we, wow. Sometimes it gets to the point where I say, should I stop recording or no, push forward. Guys, you know what time it is. I'm about to turn to the right, but let me tell you again, we have the lovely milk crate filled with bootleg Indian movies as a pedestal, perhaps, for this week's challenger. But before this week's challenger, we got to tell you the results of last week. Turning to my right, that was my shocked face. Guys, if this holds up, after 8 votes, Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. T dethroned. Upset City did not see this coming. Muppet Show Lab with Beaker Figure, 63%. To Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. T's Poultry, 38%. That's right, folks. If this stays until this episode is being viewed by you, we have a new champion, and his name is Beaker. Meep, meep, okay? Meep, meep. The lab is victorious. Perhaps, yes. We have a new challenger over here. And this is a grudge match, okay, you guys? For those that know the Muppets, these are 2 substantial characters in the franchise. First, on one side, you know it, Beaker and the lab. On the other side, hopefully the glare's not too bad. Hey, buddy, it's the Swedish chef and his kitchen. Guys, I didn't plan ahead, but that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll just sit kind of cozy over here. Guys, it's the Swedish chef and his kitchen taking on Beaker and the Muppet Lab. This is brand new, unopened, from the moment I bought it in 2003. The tape is still on it. Fabulous condition. Do I turn the milk crate? I'll turn the milk crate. There's the side there. And then the back gives you the, wow, didn't plan this very well. The contents, yeah, okay. You guys are seeing that, right? That's a better shot. That's a good shot. What? Really, these are really detailed, guys. Cupboard doors that open. There's a fridge, an oven, a stove, a lot of stuff. And of course, the Swedish chef himself. Say that 12 times fast. I will not. Okay? We're delving into the Muppets, you guys. We're going down that path, and it's the play sets right now. Okay? Beaker's Lab taking on your man, my man, the Swedish chef. Yeah, that's a great impression. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can throw up a little clip. Copyright infringement, be damned. We're throwing it up. Guys, vote now. I can only imagine how long this episode is.
Plenty of excitement and action in this one. You can go to the bank with that.
Friends, I will not complain that I have a belly full of chicken fried rice and General Tao chicken, okay? I'm not doing it. And a pork spring roll. I will not stoop to that level. I already did it with the burger and poutine, and the joke went over mildly funny. I can't go to that well again. Quote the great Gorilla Monsoon. He went to the well one too many times with that one, brain.
Went to the well one too many times.
Okay. I can do quotes of Gorilla Monsoon off the top of my head. It's not Grill Monsoon quote time. We've already done that. It's time for the bloopers. What am I doing? Gotta stop saying, What can I tell you? Try again, son. What am I deep in thought up in here? That's here nor there. You are actually laughing. Friends, you always know, nope. Yeah, no. John Riddell and I. Yep, it's sailing. Probing. Already trimmed the... While the segment theme was rolling that you were saying... I really don't like this. 5 DVDs, nobody. Lester, woo! Another... Friends, you know what the first segment is always here on the program. No, don't like that either. That he's been talking to the Federation... This is just me doing a long signature of nobody. Books is what I was gonna say. Don't know what happened because like I said, I did trim the nose hairs and the mustache is quite... Perhaps phone it in. And because of the time, 2 a.m., I could just... Do I have to? And I'm gonna break it down. Ooh yeah, I'm gonna break it down. Deep cut, deep dip. I don't know. No. We are shining the spotlight on a local community cable TV station, public, you know what I'm trying to say. We are shining the light on a local public, not really local to me. We are shining, we gotta just start this again. Really a comeback. It's the, damn it, I just hit my knee. Safety. We're almost there, Colin. Let's go through my VHS. Nope. 5 from the collection. I didn't do the hand gesture. Pushing forward. Folks, it's the... Oh, hold on. Clock and green has fallen. Look out. Hold on. Clock and green has fallen. Clock and green is staying right there. Headless eyes, we're good. Lester, if I may prevail upon you with an English accent... Lester, shall we get it? I stumbled there. Lester, shall we get it started? No, don't like it. She took a... Yeah, I know what I said to her about how get, but I don't know.
Goodbye. It's all over. You can count to 100. It's over.
Friends, there is a woman named Lynn Riddell. She is my mother. She created this greatness. Who is this? Dramatic pause. Wait for it. Hold it in. Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
She is amazing. She is also a living legend. Not just Johnny. Johnny and Lynn are both living legends. And this is Queen Mother of Canada presents Conversational Scottish. Bagpipes remain. Copyright infringement be damned. Please enjoy.
It's a stare fake for a half loaf. It's a stare fake for a half loaf.
Friends, we're winding down the program, and not soon enough because it's creeping upon 2 in the morning, and I have to be up rather early tomorrow for John and I to venture to Home Depot. But if I film the Home Depot that's happening tomorrow, but you've already watched it in the John Riddell legend clip, that was me trying to be weird, but you understand what just occurred there. It's time for me to introduce the sponsor. And the train keeps on a-chugging down that line. uninterrupted. A train isn't interrupted. With no impediments. The train keeps going. I particularly shaved the nose hairs and the mustache before filming. Belch approaching. Excuse me. Back on track. Yes, a train rides on a track. Friends, I could phone in an introduction to a segment and just keep it, not pleased with it because of the time. I can't do that to you. Lester won't let me, and I won't let myself do that. We straighten the hat, we come correct, and we bring it. Awaiting the belch. There it is. Guys, you know the public service announcement now lives here on Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. And lately, those public service announcements have been keeping my friends, my viewers, my family safe. This week, it may not keep you safe, but you are always learning, okay? A little bit of rice. Every aspect of Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, every nook and cranny is a learning experience. I've mentioned it before, I won't again. Learning. Public service announcement this week shines a light upon San Antonio, Texas. What they have to offer is simply this: phenomenal production at the local public access television station. Need I say more? Please view.
You ever had India food?
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
The Empire of Taste. Will you please stop?
Catch it.
Hi, welcome to the show. My name is Robert Cañedo, and I've got a great show.
Some months ago, I was here in San Antonio for the dedication of the new Brooks Army Medical Center. Put that back. Enjoy, people, enjoy.
Lester, we did it. Another one bites the dust. Another one in the can. Stick a fork in it. It's over. Episode 38 is done, and it's time for the goodbyes. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, family, neighbors, strangers, fighters, friends, enemies. Pardon my professionalism. Goodbye. You've gone the distance. I say it every week, but I have to repeat myself. Although I try not to, in this part of the episode, I don't mind repeating myself. Thank you for tuning in this far. If you are this far into the episode, you are a true fan, and I thank you. One thing I wanted to get to, and I figured I would do it during the goodbyes, is when mentioning Joe Spinell and the fact that I thought he was on the cover of that VHS that I can't remember the name of, and we all know that Joe Spinell is Gazzo from the Rocky series. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. When I mentioned a brief little thing where I said, when I was in high school, I told my friend Enzo that if they made another Rocky, I would come to school naked. Well, one of my viewers Freedom Sufferer cards. If you're not checking him out, you should be checking him out. I went to school with him, elementary and high school, and he always comments on the videos, which I do appreciate. And he mentioned me shouting out Enzo, and then wrote R.I.P. Well, Colin didn't know R.I.P. I wouldn't say I kept in touch with Enzo after high school. That's just how things go in life. But when I was in touch with him, if you want to put it that way, when it was elementary school and when it was high school, you couldn't wish for a better friend. You know, there's many ways that you can judge a friend, but on top of that mountain would be loyalty. And I wouldn't say he was my best friend. He was one of my good friends, but he was loyal. He was a real loyal guy. And I only ever once got in a fight in school, in high school, and it, excuse me, it was because someone was picking on him, and I knew that he wouldn't fight the guy. So I fought the guy. Anyways, I really don't know how he died. I haven't really asked my circle of friends yet, but he passed away 4 years ago, and I probably hadn't talked to him in maybe 15 years. But, okay, I'll tell you, let's not make this all sad here. I'll tell you one funny story. Grade 6, we were studying north, south, east, and west. The teacher was mentioning ways that you could remember north, south, east, and west. And I believe the teacher said, think of news, N-E-W-S. And Enzo raised his hand, and I'll never forget this. He said, what about never eat soggy watermelon? I don't know why that stuck with me, but it does. I knew Enzo from grade 5 up until we graduated high school in grade 12. And he never told me he had epilepsy until after we were out of high school. And nearing the end of high school, he would have these moments where he was having a seizure, but it wasn't the animated seizure that you think of with epilepsy. It would just be, and he would be staring right at you, and you'd be, and I, like I said, I didn't know, and I'd be talking to him like, hello, and then eventually he told me. And no one loved cars more than Enzo. I don't need to tell you, he was Italian. I think the name gives it away. No one loved cars more than Enzo. Nobody. And guess who couldn't get a driver's license because he had epilepsy? Enzo. You know, you drift away and you drift apart from the friends that you knew in school. You know, some you still talk to, some you don't. Some you really should still talk to. And I really should have stayed in touch with Enzo, and I didn't. So, obviously it's too late now, but I didn't really know what I was going to say or whatever, but he was a loyal friend, and he was a really good guy. Funny as hell, too. So it's not just a goodbye at the end of some stupid show that I do in my stupid place of employment. But It's more importantly a goodbye to Enzo, who I never had a chance to say goodbye to. Pepperettes are a firm $12. There's no haggling. And if you ever forget which direction you're going, never eat soggy watermelon.